This is coming through. Such delay. Come on. What's going on here, YouTubes? What's up, morning, guys? If you guys are getting this, I cannot seem to. There we go. There we go. Morning. Morning, peaches and cream. How's everybody doing this fine morning, afternoon, evening, whenever time of day this finds you? Good to see everyone. I have had an early morning. I woke up at 3 a.m. Mountain Time. No, 3 a.m. Pacific Coast Time. So while Hoos was sleeping. Sean, in an infamous wisdom, decided to leave his laptop at a coffee shop yesterday. So Sean had to get up really early, do his things, and then go get his laptop. You know, Christian Serrano, get out of here. What is this? What is going on here today? Everybody. What's up, Ryan West? Ow. Hoos, good morning. Matt. Harrigan, good to see ya. Morning. Are you back home now, or the homestead? Roger, good to see ya. Flint. Ben, morning. Christian Serrano. Christian truly has nothing going on this morning. That's when I know Christian's busy or not. Todd, morning. Morning, Hobbsy. It's only 5 here, right? Yeah, something like that. Aaron, good to see you. It's up early to take Jen to the airport for 4 hours of sleep. Yeah, sounds familiar. And then, so I have to really make today. I got a hard stop because my dad has been chosen to go on the honor flight. So if you're not familiar with the honor flight, some states have this, some don't. But Wisconsin has it where you, if you've served as a veteran, you can kind of apply, and they will eventually, maybe, if you're fortunate enough, they bring you in for a briefing, get all your information and documentation squared away, and then they board a bunch of veterans on a plane, kind of chartered plane, if you will, to Washington, D.C., tour all the war memorials, and then fly them back all in one day. And most of these guys are not spring chickens. Like my dad, obviously, he's Vietnam era. So, yeah, and they need a person to escort them. So I've been chosen to do that with my father. And then when they come back, so on the flight there, or the flight back, there's mail call. So they call each person on the flight. And then you get the escorter, is supposed to round up a bunch of mail. And so, and then you give it to the people. And then when they do mail call, the veteran gets the envelope with all the mail in it and reads all these sentiments and things of that nature. And then when they come back, which is like, 8, 9 o'clock at night, the airport's full of, 500 to 1,000 people welcoming them back, and they have signs and things of that nature. So it's a freaking hoop-de-doo for sure. So I am taking my dad today, and I have to be there at like 10 Central Time for a briefing, if you will. Make sure we have our paperwork and documents in order. It's like, you'd think it's just kind of some of these guys have a hard time getting around, specifically my dad. So it's like, how do you get him on the plane, off the plane, what to wear, what not to wear. A lot of people are on medications, right? Like my dad's probably got like, five pills he has to take like twice a day. And, you got to figure all that out. So, yeah. Yeah, Victor, it's the Vets DC trip. So, I don't know if it's the same name that they use in moniker in different states, but we call it here the Wisconsin Badger Honor Flight. So it's So when last night I'm like, how I haven't prepped for the stream. I don't have like usually I do it in my living room as on my laptop throughout the night, and I'm like, well, I'll get up and do that. Then the coffee shop opens at 7. Hopefully, I'll just get there before that, and somebody will be like, getting ready for the day. Grab that, drive back. I still have dogs to walk and animals to medicate. Oh, I turned into this tall. So, I tuned into that stream to talk about RPGs. This guy's talking about everything else but and his animals again and medications. I don't understand. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Hey, Victor, good to see ya. Nubis, good to see ya. Good afternoon. Yeah. Oh, your dad's going on one sometime early this fall. Fantastic. It's a freaking long day, man. How did I leave my laptop? That is a very good question. So I went there, and I wasn't even going to use it really unless I get there early. I was meeting a client, and so I take a laptop and a binder. As a matter of fact, this thing right here, right? Take notes or whatever. And I ordered a sandwich. And for some of you, like, okay, where's this going? But I sat down and I got the sandwich, and my client arrived, and I wasn't going to stuff my face as I was meeting with the client. And so he's like, "You can eat your sandwich." I'm like, "No, it's fine." I set it aside, and then I have my binder, and I set my computer on the chair with the pamphlet bag. And so when we were done, Sean has this, I think I have a subliminal thing, right? When you leave the house, you check like keys, wallet, phone, whatever. So when I leave with certain amount of items, say 3, and I go to a place, when I leave, I figure I have 3 items, or subconsciously, consciously. So when I left, I took the sandwich off the plate, put it on napkins, held that, had my binder in another hand and a water bottle, and then my keys and my phone. And I'm like, okay, get in my car, drive home. I'm here. I finished the day. And then I realize, where's my laptop? And I go to my car. It's not in my car. Well, actually, I'm a Mac guy, so you can just find it. Oh, I left it back at the coffee shop. Fantastic. So I don't know if I hadn't had that sandwich, if I would have picked it up. I don't know. It's and a mold. So there you go. Ted, good to see you. What was the sandwich details, man? Dude. Yeah, man. All it takes is losing a device once and you never do it again. Well, the nice thing about Macs is you could just remotely lock it and shut it down. I gotta say, it's fantastic. And I was like, I'll do a few, and they closed. So I noticed it, and it was 5 in the afternoon, but coffee shops closed at 3. I'm like, God blast it all, and they don't open till 7 in the next morning. So I could have really drove them crazy, because on Macs you can actually beep. You could beep the machine. And can you imagine going to the coffee shop and the things just won't stop beeping? It's one in Wanakee if it's any. All right, now you guys are trolling me. Yeah, no shit. We better get going. Question of the day. I thought I'd put this out there. What crowdfunding project, could be crowdfunding, could be just a new release you're waiting for that you haven't picked up or has been announced. Most things in role-playing games nowadays seem to be announced via their crowdfunding campaigns. I think it's just the thing now. There's not too many shops that are let's face it, Wizards is one of the few, Paizo, but a lot of them is we're going to release. They'll put out the release ahead of time and then they're going to crowdfund it. But, it's not crowdfunding is pre-ordering, right? So I'm interested now that you're either waiting for it to arrive, so it's crowdfunded and done, or the campaign is done. Well, excuse me. And then you're just waiting for it to arrive, or it's been announced and you're waiting for the new version or new edition. and maybe it isn't even crowdfunded yet. Something that may be in the future coming down the pipeline. I mean, why not, right? What are we looking forward to? Putting on our shelf, having it collect dust, and not playing. Ryan says, DCC Purple Planet backed and salivating at its release. Well, don't drool on top of it when you get it. It'll leave nasty watermarks. Mr. Hobbsy's The Midlands box set. I'm over Kickstarter mostly. Yeah. I didn't know man, what's his name did Midlands. Oh, it's not Midderlands, right? Midlands is different than Midderlands, right? Yeah. Roger says Fabori. Is that? Oh, really? I don't know if I've heard that one. Have I? I don't know. Dolmenwood and Mythic Bastionland. Yeah, Dolmenwood's a big one, I would imagine. Christian says Necessary Evil Cosmic Crisis. I'm gonna do my best to bring Christian over to the Free League side of things. Come on, man. We gotta get you out of that Savage Worlds ecosystem. Nah, I'm just kidding. Laramie says, friend of mine, another nurse, volunteers for Honor Flight. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's a big thing. Yeah. Joey A. Dorcas, good to see you. I hope you had fun at Gen Con. Thanks for going and you're doing the video and everything. Joey Royale's coming WHPA. What is that? Warhammer, Pennsylvania? What is that? I don't know. Dolmenwood. Have you guys looked over the PDFs? Harrigan, Hoos? I haven't cracked a PDF there that he's provided yet. I don't know why. Crowdfunding campaigns, you get the PDF pretty quick on some of them. Still don't look at them. Even some release alphas. Like Free League does alpha betas, like PDFs quick. Ryan says he has a bib for reading new books. Very good. That's good. Nice job. Well done. Prepped. Midlands is pickpocket press. Pickpocket press. Steve-O. Very cool. Hero Escape on 29th. Oh, interesting choice. Morning, William. Good to see you. Christian Dragonbane has my eye. Ooh. A few Dragonbane fans, of course, in the Discord and chat. Steve Gradzicki. Dorcas, Weird Heroes of Public Access. Oh, that's what it is. WHPA. Weird Heroes of Public Access. Nice. Is that by the Gauntlet? Like Public Access? It's just a different iteration of Public Access? Are we talking about the same kind of system, book, core, whatever? New PDFs are near final for Dolmenwood, Harrigan's saying. Gotcha. I saw an update recently. It's another thing. I get some of those and they just sit in my inbox and I don't read them. I just look and see, like, do I need to provide my address? No? Okay. And then I go back to them later. Tad says, our golden ape and Planet of the Apes. Our golden ape. Our golden age and Planet of the Apes. Dolmenwood has put out like 3 versions. And that's another reason why I'm like hesitant. Like with Free League stuff, unless it's like done in the final version, I don't want to read the alpha and beta. Because it's better, like, oh, I'm going to read that, then it's just going to change. Harrigan's avoided reading. I want a physical, but it's spectacular. Okay, I'm kind of in the same. Nubis Fist. This role-playing game. And Cairn 2E. Definitely getting Mythic Bastionland when it comes out. Gotcha. Morning, Michael. Good to see you. Oh, Phil McClure says, morning, Earl. You need to put Dolmenwood on the Our Gaming Moot list, Harrigan. A long run of that would be fun. Harrigan's talking about Forbidden Lands. Getting the gang together for Forbidden Lands. What? We're going to go to the, what's it called? We're gonna go to the Blood March. But the whole campaign will be in the Bitter Reach. Orcus Dork says no. Joey Royale is part of the DCC crew, but it's not DCC. It's its own. It's its own thing. He has about 6 scenes and gathering them together in one book with new content. I've heard of Joey Royale. I mean, how could you not hear of such a cool wrestling name like that? Of a person having that. Mr. White, good to see you. Good turnout. I think we're hitting maximum capacity for the chat today. Do me a favor, hit one of these. Do one of these. Whoop. Whoop. Hit like and subscribes. Oh, and flabbergasted and mystified. Oh. Mine is Coriolis. I think that's the one. Dolmenwood maybe. Coriolis is interesting. I'm interested to see how they pull that off because it sounds like it could be very West Marches, science fiction, exploration. So it might facilitate that pretty well. So, well, don't be. Hey man, I mean, it's a rumor I just heard. I'm telling you. I know, man. Stas is coming back. Needless to say, Cosmere at the moment. I'm a Sander fan. Oh, is that what Brandon Sanderson fans are referred to as Sander fans? Oh, that's hilarious. All right. I am ignorant. I like when somebody posted like, I funded like $1 million in 30 minutes. I'm like, what? Who? Where? And then as soon as I saw it was Brandon Sanderson, I'm like, oh, okay. It's kind of weird. I have this mixed feeling about his current Kickstarter because, Mistborn, which is his property, was done by Crafty Games. So I don't know if those guys even offered or what their relationship is. I don't know the publishing house. I mean, I've looked at who he has doing the Kickstarter and putting out the RPG products, and they've got, 4 crowdfunding campaigns under their belt. But I don't think it's any of the ones that have caught my eye because I think might be a board game thrown in there as well. What? VC? What's this guy doing in there? Hey, who rousted that guy out of bed? Good to see you, buddy. How you been? I'm not really sure if there is anything that I'm really excited about coming out at the moment. That's all right. That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. Angry thumbs up, everyone. Angry indeed. I could see CTGD working in West Marches. Coriolis, the Great Dark, or whatever. It's CTGD. Is that what it is? Yeah. Remember, Sean, you have to hold your hand up and whisper, I heard. Yes. Oh, yes, that's right. I heard. Is that when we talk about 5e, right? I heard. I forgot the reference. I know what it is, but I can't remember what it I heard. It's the 5e piece, right? I heard 5e people are getting cease and desist strikes on YouTube for showing players' handbook stuff, which is pretty stupid. That just tells you how ass backwards sometimes Wizards is. Like, I don't care. Like, I try to be diplomatic with those guys sometimes, but they're really sometimes pretty ridiculous. Oh, they're putting out screenshots of. I mean, it's Professor Dungeon Master. I loved it. I got to laugh at his video. Like, he did a review and then he blurred out everything and then he drew on he made a cover with stick figures and overlaid it on the cover of the player's handbook. Like, do you know what marketing is? Like, I just don't understand. I don't know. It's a whole nother ball game. Blake, good to see you. Chicago. Jazz hands. Just quiet and sipping coffee. That's what this is all about, man. Good. Crowdfunding project my own in September, PBTA and Dragonbane setting. Well, there you go. That's good. That's good money there. Nobody's hyped the Alien 2E Kickstarter. I actually said that last week. Somebody's like, what about the Alien 2E Kickstarter? I'm like, we'll get to that. And then I never did. So I have it this week. I don't think it's like the hype because I already have the first edition. And I don't know if the second one's going to be all that different. It's going to be compatible. So, plus I haven't played the first one, a long time. Crafty Crafty lost the license December 2023. Yeah, well, okay, sure, but I mean, was that what all it was? Was truly a license interaction? It wasn't like on a those guys didn't know him. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes the smaller shops actually know the people that they're working with. Like, oh, we are friends with Brandon. There are way too many games coming out that I like. It's an embarrassment of riches. That's yes. I could totally see that from you, Tim. Oh, Andy Hall, Nefertiti Overdrive 2.0. All right, shout out to Fraser. All right, that's a good choice. I kick-started that. The quarterly unforced error on Hasbro's port. They're just, I don't know. They just, they're just a train. They are a train station where you go and watch train wrecks all day and hope that there's no people on it. Ryan West says, yeah, the reasoning was that people were going to stop and shoot the book from YouTube. And so what? Like, who cares? And then they wouldn't buy the product and they would play it from there? Oh my God, how ridiculous. I think in that video, Professor Dungeon Master was talking about the digital initiative and how, like, you're only going to be able to get, like, you won't be able to get print books, but you'll only be able to use them in PDF. And that's not even true. There's no way they're going to release those things in PDF. What the verbiage would have been is like in a digital proprietary DRM, only accessible through an app books. I caught that flub up. I'm like, they won't release them in PDF. That's not correct. When does Forbidden Lands get a new edition? Well, that's a good question. I don't know. That would be a good one too, for sure. I know there's a couple people that have mentioned it needs a new edition, but who knows? We could house rule it. Could always house rule games, right? Can make our own new edition. So Hasbro pays some YouTubers to give them favorable reviews and issues copyright strikes against anyone giving an unfavorable review. This is not an encouraging sign. It wasn't an unfavorable review. I don't think. I think it was literally like they showed it online. But to your point, Tim, regardless, it's pretty stupid. Like, yeah, we want you guys to pimp our products and we're going to give them to you for free, and then we're going to copyright strike your YouTube channel. Just so anybody knows, in the YouTube world, you're allowed 3 of those forever on your account. And after that, if they stand, they lock down your YouTube account. Done, period. Now, you can contest those and then get those removed. But if they don't, you get 3 strikes, man, you're out. It's ridiculous. So it's kind of a big deal. That's why, you don't want to use you don't want to use copyright music and all that stuff. Sometimes even copyright music, you can be flagged for it, but not have a strike. So they just remove that music, or they don't allow you to monetize it, and they take the money from that video, I think, and divert it to the people that own the copyrighted material. I don't think Crafty would have had the resource to do the whole of Sanderson's Cosmere. Oh, I can bet that. Brett Pazinski, what are you doing here? Morning. Hey, since you're here, we might hit an all-time high for likes, assuming it happens. Yeah, recently backed Gallant Knight Games D6 System 2E. Yeah, that's an appealing one for sure. Yeah, in digital format that you can rent. Sai, thanks for moving to a subscription model. Dropped it like a hot turd. Yeah. The irony, someone took a screenshot of every page and made an awful PDF. I imagine it was done out of spite towards WotC. Made me laugh. Did they really? Are you serious? Did somebody actually do that just to tick them off? That is hilarious. That is too funny. I mean, where can you find a YouTube video where they do an actual page by page? That's crazy. I don't even see that many reviews. I mean, Orcus Dorcas doesn't even do that. Someone actually did I guess secondly, right? House rules, blasphemy. For lawyers, it's about protection of copyright. If you don't protect your copyright, that could bite you in the ass if you ever do need to defend it. Yeah. I suppose. It's still stupid. I mean, law or not, some laws are still stupid, right? Like legal or not, some of them that are legal are still ridiculous. All right, we got to get going because I'm never gonna get out of here on time. So let's do RPG news, shall we? First up, Dragonlance. Now, last week I mentioned how they were going to come out kind of the new or the old anthology and re-release it, right? Dragons of Autumn Twilight, Dragons of Spring Dawning, Dragons of Winter, whatever, Frost, Winter something, Winter Night. But Weiss and Hickman announced in 2026 it's going to come out. New trilogy focuses on the Solamnic Knight Huma. There you go. So if you're a Dragonlance fan, you know the tales, and if you're not, that's okay. So there you go. So far, the only new book officially announced through any publishers is Dragonlance Chronicles, Dragons of Autumn Twilight, Dragons of Winter Night. See, thought I got it. Dragons of Spring Dawning, Omnibus Edition. Coming in February 2025. When asked about this, Weiss and Hickman are writing the books together. They asked if it would conflict with pre-existing lore established in Richard Knack's The Legend of Huma, which I read when I was younger. And she said, this is our story. So there you go. When asked if Hasbro was involved, Weiss said Random House Worlds is the publisher, which is interesting. So they must have they gotta have permission from WotC to use the IP, and I imagine they gotta pay for it probably. And then the omnibus edition of Chronicles will be accompanied by an omnibus edition of Legends as well. So there you go. There you go, Dragonlance fans. Somebody plopped this. Actually, let me put that in the chat. Bear with me because I can't see my chat, man. Gonna go to chat, man. There you go. Next up, we're in computer hacking rules for any TTRPG. I thought this was cool. Somebody posted it on the Discord. I apologize for not getting credit where credit is due. But if you're interested in, like, I don't know the mechanics, I thought it was an interesting one because sometimes computer hacker dude is like a thing in RPGs, and then it's probably like really fumbled around. Jason posted it. Jason from Nerds Variety RPG Podcast. Thanks, Harrigan. Go and check that out. I think even some cyberpunk games probably don't have really good computer hacking rules, honestly. So maybe this one's going to be something worth looking at. Rascal, you dirty rascal. Summer of Sci-Fi. Check this out. Summer Sci-Fi. So this is kind of like RPG panels, actual plays, some podcasts, I think. So Samantha Webb, who is the head of brand at Modiphius Entertainment and creative director and founder of Black Cats Gaming, is one of the many reasons why science fiction is a particularly rich storytelling vehicle for tabletop role-playing games. The Euphoria team has declared August 2024 as the Summer of Sci-Fi and has prepared a month-long program of science fiction-themed TTRPG streamed content. So there's treats like Scum and Villainy by Evil Hat Productions, Starfinder 2E by Paizo, actual plays, Euphoria co-founder J.C. Darcy, and Fraud. There's a bunch of people here listed that's involved. I won't name them all. Scum and Villainy game will air 4 episodes. And Forged in the Dark, they talk about that game. Scoundrels are played by, and then the cast for that actual play. Starfinder game will air 2 episodes and GM by Shrifu Bernal. Then the players, and then panelists, Fiona Watt, Naomi Clark, and they list some of their credits. Shamini Bundell, Emily Bates, Taylor Ann Navarro. Going to be first panel together discuss tropes as storytelling devices in TTRPGs. While we're focusing on the scope onto science fiction tropes, we're still expecting Fiona to whip out her numerous dictionaries. Yeah, so there's like a whole calendar here. Go check it out. Did I put it in the chat? I think I did. Yes, I did. Okay, so there you go. Go Summer of Sci-Fi. That's kind of a cool concept. I like it. I think we need to see more stuff like that. Next one, Rascal. Dirty Rascal. If you're not into actual plays, not for you. That's cool. I think it should be like a combination of things. Actual plays, game day. I don't know. Whip out your, favorite tabletop RPG science fiction game. Character sheet online, a new way to play role-playing games. Play role-playing games online or in person. What? In person? Huh? What? Thanks to fully customizable, mobile-friendly digital character sheets. Probably not a bad niche. Like, get an app that you can, just pick character sheets from, and then you could submit them. I don't know. I think there's a market there. Have a couple of things that can quickly do things. Oh, pen, paper, and dice. People are just screaming at me. Oh, I'm out. Unsubscribe. So it's more than a simple virtual tabletop. Character Sheet Online is a platform that lets you play any role-playing games, including your own, and easily share them through its workshop. Create your own RPG system. Want to create your own game? Sheet creator. Want to play a session with your friends? Just create a new campaign by choosing a role-playing game. Want to prepare a story? I mean, it could be helpful, right? Great idea. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks. Hey, thanks, Ryan. Arrogant says, we played Mothership with phone-based character sheets. John G. Flipping browsers again. Let's see. So check them out. Next. Moving. World War II RPG Sourcebook to launch 1st September. So this is an RPG Sourcebook is set to be released on the 85th anniversary of the German invasion of Poland, an act of aggression which led to the Second World War. And, a bunch of Nazis. Now, what I thought was oh, interesting. What RPG is this? So it's it's rules agnostic. So Setting Europe Ablaze, the SOE sourcebook, is designed to help people play RPG campaigns based, around special operations executive agents working behind enemy lines in the Second World War. Released on September 1st, the book will be available in hardback, paperback, PDF, and EPUB. This would be kind of cool, and it would probably complement the Year Zero engine World War II stories. As I'm trying to look at the title on my bookshelf. And now realizing that I must have moved it off of that bookshelf. Yeah, Operation White Box could be anything. Could be any of them. So it's pretty cool stuff in here. Setting Europe Ablaze is available for pre-order now from Itch, Amazon, Waterstones, and other major booksellers. It'll be available on drive-thru 1 September. Russell Phillips is an award-winning writer of military history and RPG books who has written extensively on the Second World War and other conflicts. There's the street cred. Boom. There you go. Yeah, and it's nice that it's agnostic, so you can kind of understand probably what the group and the missions and things of that nature and the gear could really help a game master bring the world to life, or the RPG, if you will. Next up, Paizo announces new partnership with the Game Theater to host Pathfinder and Starfinder weekend vacations. Yay! Hey, so when your significant other, who may or may not be a gamer, wants to go on vacation and, hey, let's go on this cruise and, hope, we won't get lost at sea or stuck in the middle and something bad with a tropical storm. We could go to this bread and breakfast. This would be kind of neat. And, I've heard they got some cool events that might occur there. And then they sneak off to play an RPG. So the first event is named Pathfinder in a Palace. It'll be hosted February 7th to the 9th in 2025 at Glencairn Museum, a National Historic registered location near Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So there you go. Lots of information on that stuff. It would be cool, Well, anyways, who knows? There you go. There's a few other things going on. That's kind of a cool, like, picture of a place. Like RPG in kind of a church. So Game Theater LLC is a live event production company that has produced gaming vacation weekends at iconic locations since 2015. The Game Theater began as an off-Broadway theatrical gaming production, and the company has worked with game publishers, film studios, and Fortune 500 companies to produce memorable experiences. There you go. I don't see cost. I don't know what that probably looks like, but if you're interested. Next one, Schwab. Rob Schwab. New Demon Lord hotness. What? Shadow of the Demon Lords? Uncanny Arcana. Hey-o. You can find magic just about anywhere in the world described in Shadow of the Demon Lord. The game makes it easy to choose and cast just about any kind of spell imaginable. As of this writing, we're closing in on the game's 10-year anniversary, and Sean has never played it. Although I'm committed to not releasing a new edition, I recognize that even this robust magic system could benefit from some tweaks and additions. So this is Uncanny Arcana comes in. Grab your copy here. And then it talks about some of the details. So all you Shadow Lords, demons, Shadow of the Demon Lords, Lords of the Demon Shadows, as my significant other would probably say, or are you going to go play Shadow Lord? All right, next. Trending, what is this? Tiltify. This is a, so there is a charity event streaming with some popular streamers, and it's going to be for benefiting dogs, pets. Petco Love, I think. I'm at that age, I choke on oxygen. Now, I'm not in on the crowd that follows many of these streamers. Matt Mercer's involved. I know he stood out, and some of the folks from Critical Role are involved. But it's a pretty cool trailer, and I like the cause, so I wanted to put it out there. So Petco Love is a life-changing nonprofit organization that makes communities and pet families closer, stronger, and healthier. Formed in '99. Excuse me, they have helped find loving homes for pets for 25 years, and we're just getting started. So Petco Love helps find loving homes for pets in partnership with Petco. So it's not just dogs. It sounds like pets as a whole. So there you go. But they have like pictures with other dogs. So I think it might be like Puppy Roll is a streaming event where they play D&D as their dogs, as the players' dogs. So let's see, DM Anjali Bimani, Matt Mercer, Ashley Johnson, Abria Iyenger, names, Maggie Robertson, Emily Swallow, and host Jonathan Graziano. So there you go. Check that out if you're interested. And you know what? If you're not interested in watching all that stuff and you want to donate to Petco, there you go. Probably a good cause. I'm a pet guy, so there. Yeah. How you like them apples? All right. Not reading all the chats. Sorry today, guys. Apologize, but we gotta get stuff's gotta get done here. Bundles, shall we? Some bundles. Hey, bundle. Hey, bundle. Why are you opening, bundle? Yeah, you're being a pain. Oh, I know what's going on here. There we go. That'll work. Did I do bundles? Bundles. I'll do it again. First up, Hearn Master Bundle. Hearn. $100 for all this stuff. What is there? It's like usually $169. It's everything in Hoose's library. Now you can get it on Drive-Thru RPG. Seriously though, Hearn has been touted to have a lot of good setting stuff. So maybe Hearn Master the system, maybe not a big, Roll Master piece, but anyways, thought I'd throw it out there. Chirk it out. No. What's up, Shambot? Good to see you. No worries on being, hey, there's no attendance. There's no tardiness. Next one, bundle holding, Mazes, fantasy role-playing, or I think that's, fantasy role-playing. I think this is the polymorph system that they use, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. Mazes, and then Tunnels of the Lizard People. Hey, analytic dice. I'd be interested to hear about this if you guys ever decide to play it. I heard the mechanics are like super light. So yeah, Mazes collection. They just recently had a Kickstarter that was kind of West Marches based, I believe, and some things there. So by 9th level games, it's classic dungeon crawl with modern rules. It's not about shining knights and political intrigue. It's wandering bards and chivalrous romance. I mean, I can understand if you guys don't want to do another fantasy game, but nonetheless. Designed for episodic play. It's easy to learn and teach and ready to play with minimal prep, making it ideal for one-shot and conventions. It's like right up Analytic Dice's alley, if you will. Boom, bam, boom. Itchy nose. Next. Ultraviolet Grasslands. Not to be mistaken for ultraviolet gaslands. It's a collection, $18. And of course, some of it goes to charity. So if you didn't get in on the Kickstarter and you want some PDFs, I might get in on this. I don't have any. I don't know if I have UVG. I'm not sure. I don't think I own any of it. Maybe I picked it up like for, like it might have been a deal of the day or something I might have picked up, but I know I don't have any of it in print. So there you go. Check it out. Good opportunity. Oh, I got some water on my keyboard. That's cool. To check out Ultraviolet Grasslands, which is an experience, I believe. Humble Bundle. Starfinder 2nd Edition Playtest Primer. So look at all this Starfinder stuff, man, which will be eventually outdated because they're working on 2nd Edition, right? So you get the Starfinder 2nd Edition Playtest Rulebook as well. And then all those things. So if you're interested, check it out. This goes Girls Who Code. That's a good charity too. Christian says, I'd play Ultraviolet Gaslands. Ultraviolet Gaslands. Yeah. And Gaslands is a miniatures game, right? I think I have that. So that might be a problem. All right, you Battletech monkeys. Did you guys get in on this? Saul Sweet O'Hare again. Whoever else is like, Battletech's awesome, man. I'm checking out some mechs. Battletech Warfare, Tactical Operations, Advanced Rules. Charity goes to The Good Fight, Direct Relief. Techno Manual, Total Warfare, Warfare Operations Manuals. So there's that. There's also another one. Oh, the Heron bundle is rules. Oh, but it's got rules and setting stuff, right? And then, of course, the other Battletech one is Battletech Readouts. Starter Collection, Bonus Collection. It's probably where you want to start if you don't have Battletech, right? Succession Wars, Record Sheets, Technical Readouts. Not really, he says. Oh, well then don't get Harmaster. And then lastly, Alien 50% off. I mean, the movie's coming out. They're going to do a 2nd edition. If you don't have a lot of the Alien stuff, here's a good opportunity to get it all in PDF. Alchemy, I think last week we talked about the Alchemy collection was like $35 for like every single. Like, it was crazy for the amount of money and all the Free League stuff that's on the Alchemy RPG VTT platform. So there's some more resources for all your stuff. There's even Roll20 modules in here. 50% of all this stuff. So like the lowest price, biggest deal. I don't know. 50% off on everything. So what's the highest priced book in here? Core book. Core book goes for like $25, so it's at $12.50. There you go. There's bundles. Bundles. Print news. Let's do it, huh? Whoosh. All right, Ian World, check it out. So I am not affiliated, related to, spoken to, friends of. I'm just a guy, and these are the websites. So go over there and check out Rascal, Ian World, any of the ones that have been featured, the Bundle of Holding, Humble Bundles. Check out their ads. Click on all of them. Frequent them. Give them some love. So yeah. Print news. God's Eye. Delta Green. Hello, Eileen. I don't know if I want to pick that up because I think it's gonna be they're gonna consolidate all these. Like there's God's Eye, God's Teeth, probably a couple others. So I don't know if I'll pick this up. I think I have it in PDF. I have to double check. Who knows? Maybe I'm running it right now and the Delta Green guys don't even know. Hee. Next one, G.I. Joe Beginner Box Boot Camp. Say that fast. G.I. Joe RPG Beginner Box Boot Camp. And then Transformer RPG Beginner Box Rollout. $35 each. Goblin Mail. Buy all rolled up. It's for Troika. $17. Goblin's Labyrinth connects more and more spheres together. The need for efficient inter-sphere mail delivery grew. Goblins enthusiastically attempted to answer the demand, and mail offices sprung up all over the spheres. There's some like these that are just they're like fantastic for con games. I don't know if I would ever buy it for anything else. That's me, personally. That's just me. Rune Cairn, Varden Saga, remastered, and Rune Cairn Into the Nine Realms by Odin's Bird, based on Into the Odd and Cairn. Hardcover rulebook, softcover adventure collection, $40 and $16 respectively. Yeah. Duet Gaming. Rune Cairn Warden Saga Remastered is designed for one GM, the Warden, and one player, the Adventurer. The PC carves their own fate, the Nine Realms, in this Norse fantasy RPG inspired by games like Dark Souls and Elden Ring. And then, Arkham Horror RPG starter set. This is the one by Edge Studio. I think it came out during Gen Con, maybe. And they had announced it a few months ago that it was coming out like very much D6 based, not their proprietary Genesis system. So, yeah. That is all $35 for the box set. Die RPG. Scenarios, Volume 1, Bizarre Love Triangles, Roan, Rook, and Ricard. The same group that did Eat the Reich. Die RPG Softcover Adventure Collection, 3 weird takes on a familiar formula for adventure. In the first one, frustrated by their players' constant whining about failed relationships and lost loves, the master throws them into their worst nightmare, a fantasy kingdom populated entirely by ex-lovers with literal axes to grind. Oh, God. Next, the PCs are luckless teenagers trapped at a summer camp where isolation, deprivation, and cruelty are the order of the day. They escape into a fantasy kingdom by playing a strange RPG throughout the long night. Finally, Muggin Clash is the world's greatest collectible card game, and the PCs have been drawn into the strange world depicted in the cards. Interesting. Players can grab a hand of cards from any CCG or TCG and try to use them to succeed with cunning, strategy, and paper-thin narrative conveniences improvised on the fly. There you go. There you go. That's print news. That's all for print news. Crowdfunding. Moving along. No BSing in this episode, folks. All right. Some of the ones going on. This one was posted and came to my attention. I'm not sure how. It's in the last 4 days of the campaign. I don't know if anybody got in on this. The Perilous Void. Content generation tools for any sci-fi RPG. Any sci-fi RPG. Could be any. If it's sci-fi RPG. 15,000 of a 10K goal. It's by Penny Lantern, who's created 5 and backed 119. It's a gaming supplement intended for use with any science fiction role-playing game. Did I mention that? Hobbsy backed it. Tim got it. Okay. Will be 160 pages, 5 by 5, 5.5 by 8.5, fully illustrated book. So a little smaller form factor, right? Kind of the iJet. Probably this, right? Like this. Deathmatch Island version. Kind of like journal, a little bigger than a journal, I think, right? Although it included optional rules for Dungeon World, the Perilous Wilds found most use among people who played other fantasy RPGs. Oh, I know Penny. Okay, I know this person. So I got his Perilous Wilds PDF. Yeah. So the Perilous Void does not reference or expand any particular rule system. Instead, it's designed to supplement the science fiction role-playing game of your choice. Overview and explanation of the physical and social hierarchies used to organize the content generated using the procedures described in the book. Setting creation. So I know Perilous Worlds is nice. It's got a lot of tables you can roll on and kind of combine things. So yeah, this is a pretty good one, I think. He does some good work. Setting creation. Procedures for collaborative approaches to setting creation for a sci-fi campaign using the big picture method. Players create a comprehensive summary of the overall setting, while the Frontier Snapshot method focuses on the star system where the PCs will start their adventures and build out from there. There's the sector creation. I'm liking it. Sector creation guidelines for generating a sector of space, including tables for star types, nebula, and anomalies. And then system creation, procedures and tables for generating essential components of a star system, population centers, satellites, asteroids, gas giants, and other phenomenon. And then world creation. I'm going to kick in on this. I think I'm sold after the first 3 bullets. World creation, extensive procedures for determining the position, climate, size, type, gravity, atmosphere, resources, environmental characteristics of planets and moons. This is work for Star Trek, just like M-class planet, and you just read off all that stuff. Life form creation, guidelines for generating microbial, simple, and complex life forms with tables that determine physical form, size, quantity, special features, and evolutionary adaptations of world type. Wow, and even more. Society creation, faction creation, community creation, development creation, NPC creation, additional tables, record sheets, and more. 4 days. TikTok, you don't stop. I feel like resources like this are better as software. Just click a button and generate it all for you. Yeah, you could put it on a website and then nobody will pay because they're cheap. But they get a book and they will. I think that's the problem. You can put it up. You can put ads. And I know there's some out there, but it's probably not all these things done well. I don't know. Sometimes those random generators, Christian, are terrible. Terribly put together. Yeah, that's my humble opinion. Maybe not humble. Maybe it's not humble. I don't know. Next up, some guy's got like a $6.5 million crowdfunding campaign online. His name's Brandon Sanderson. I don't know. You might have heard of it before, Larry. I think he broke the Kickstarter record for like a $47 million Kickstarter. Dude, this went off the hook. I didn't even know what it was. So as soon as they mentioned Brandon Sanderson, I'm like, got it. Okay. So there you go. 22,000 backers, 19 days to go. Will it kick? Who's got the highest RPG? Is it Avatar? Brandon Sanderson. Who dat? Who dis? New phone. Who dis? Brandon Sanderson. Who dat? Does it? What was Avatar Kickstarter? What was it? Was it? Does it say? Does it keep it up? 9 million. Yeah, Sanderson's will kick that. It'll be gone. There's got to be a higher one, right? There was one in more than 9. Well, let's see. Somebody say, well, sure, Critical Role, but that wasn't for an RPG, right? So Brandon, this thing's a monster. Still has 19 days to go. It was at a quarter million goal. So I will not pick that up because I'm not. Although I'm intrigued about reading his stuff. I don't know. Maybe. Should I know about this? Should I understand it? I don't know. I got other things. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, I don't want to do this one yet. We'll do that one last. Come on, Sean. In order. I thought I arranged these in order. So Rascal gets these highlights and before, because they're just starting. EN World usually gets them on the end. So some of these might pop up more than once. City of Arches on Kickstarter. This is Mike Shea. So Sly Flourish, if you know his moniker, who's coming to Gamehole, by the way. I'd like to probably shake his hand and say, hey, thanks for your work, for streaming and contributions to the hobby. You know, lazy dungeon master guy. So he's doing City of Arches, Sunlight, let's see what else. City of Arches, a 160-page high fantasy city source book available in PDF and hardcover for your fantasy role-playing games. Now funding on Kickstarter, designed for a D&D 5th edition. So there you go. So Mike does good work. I figure I'd give him a plug. You know, he's, $25,000 goal. He's at 108. Not bad. Not too shabby, I would say. So congratulations to Mike. Some of you might be fans of Sly Flourish and Mike Shea. So built for lazy game masters. It's a source book designed to make it easy as possible for game masters to build their own adventures. Whether you use the city as a stopover location in a longer campaign or you build your own campaign in and around the city, you'll find tons of material to help. So there you go. There you go. That one, I want to give a shout out to Mike. Dark, Mysterious, and Sensual. The Between is coming to Backer Kit September 24th. This one's for the monster fuckers. It says that, quote, okay, just saying. The Between is a role-playing game about mysterious monster hunters in Victorian-era London. Penny Dreadful, hello. They are residents at a place called Hargrave House, or Vason. And their job is to investigate and neutralize monstrous threats terrorizing the city. Threats the Scotland Yard can't or won't handle themselves. As the story progresses, they become aware of criminal mastermind pulling the strings behind the scenes. They will have to face this mastermind in order to save the Queen and country. Inspired by Penny Dreadful, also from classics like From Hell and The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It uses an expanded version of the beloved and award-winning Brindlewood Bay mystery system, something I would still like to experience myself to see what that's all about. I know a little bit about it, but I haven't played it. In addition to the core book, they're raising funds to create 2 additional books, Shadow Society and Sons of Another World. So there you go, if you're interested. I will link to the article. Yikes. And you can go from there. And they have a preview edition for free. Looks like there's an actual play as well if you want to get more info. Alien 2nd edition. It's, I guess I'll notify myself. I don't know if I'll get in on this, honestly. Like, I haven't played through all the stuff I already have. I don't know. I don't know. Kickstarter will include updated and expanded core rules. Somebody asked me, like, what do you think about this? And I'm like, people are talking about cash grab and there's miniatures. I was disappointed to get the email. I will say that. It hasn't been out like forever. And there's other games, I think, in Free League's library that could probably use a little tweaking. Some have hinted at Forbidden Lands. So, okay, so expanded core rules, updated starter set, new cinematic scenario box set called Rapture Protocol, who Mr. McClory has mentioned. It's worth just getting that. And then a miniature set, which is like, the only reason I would get the miniature set was maybe nice to put like on a little shelf or something, but I probably would never use them. Maybe a con game. Con games are good with miniatures. They kind of like effect. And if you don't believe me, play in Carl Kiesler's games. So based on feedback from thousands of players over 5 years of adventures, the 2nd edition of the core rules delivers an updated and streamlined version of the Alien RPG fans know and love, along with additional new artwork, new content, and a variety of new tools for players and game masters alike. Of course, why wouldn't it have all that? The new cinematic scenario box set, Rapture Protocol, returns the roots of the Alien franchise, featuring the crew of a small starfreighter on a resupply run in the remote industrial colony, soon embroiled in a deadly conflict. Yeah, I'd probably get in on that. And I bet they're going to just have one level for Rapture Protocol. And if that's the case, I'll probably grab it. The only problem is if Rapture Protocol has some of the newer rules, then that I will probably be unnerved. So, I don't know. Alien fans, you guys getting in on this? Help me out. Yeah, Carl Kiesler, it's like, you kind of, it's like watching a Neil Peart play drums and go, I can't play drums. I'm never going to play drums. But, you don't have to be as good as them. Harrigan says yes, movie tie-in. Got it. Who says no? Which is saying something, and who's a Free League fan. Yeah, I think I'm going to pass. Unless there's some buzz and people are like, oh, dude, it's so much better, I'm not sure at the moment, but I have the Kickstarter saved, Victor says. And I know Victor runs it, has run it. He's got some Free League stuff in his library. I don't know. So let's see. One's coming to an end on EN World here. Deluxe Dragon Chair. Okay, so look at this chair. That's a pretty nice chair. Like the texture you could see kind of in the glare in the picture. The only problem is $6,000. Disposable income when you're old, but man, yikes. Just saying, times are tough everywhere. That's with plus shipping and handling. Ouch. It would have been nice if that would have been included. For the Deluxe Dragon Chair, to reduce price with matching dragon hide throw pillow. So is it $6,000 typically retail, and it's less on the crowdfunding campaign? But it's from Carolina Game Tables. Looks like a really comfy chair, though. I would love that in here for sure. But you know what? If you want something nice, you got to pay for it. So there's some of the details you can look into. I'll put the link in the chat. Next one, a Hutiko, a Coyote and Crow expansion. I think we mentioned this a little while ago. This ends August 16th. $85 shipping and handling for the PDF and print versions. You know about Coyote and Crow. The rulebook, core rulebook won the Deanna Jones Award and an Origins Award. So this is a village of mystery and horror. Many of the mysteries of Ahutiko center around the youth of the village. So it sounds like a supplement for the campaign specifically. $111,000 of a $25,000 goal. Ends in 5 days. Robotech. What? Isn't this like didn't the Kickstarter or crowdfunding campaign go off the rails for this property? What? Did even Robotech come out? Was it done? It was supposed to be done by. Who was the guys that do riffs? Palladium, right? Ooh. So, okay. Shane scooped in there. Hey, Christian. Clint and Jody played my Savage. Oh, Eberron gave the good people. Yeah. Oh, that's Clint and Jody Black's stuff? I did not know. Oh, it does read that. I did not know that. Now it's all come together. Thanks for pointing that out, Christian. Anyways, back to Robotech. Clint and Jody Black do a lot of Savage Worlds. They're right in that space. And apparently I failed to realize that they also do furniture and gaming tables. So there you go. Robotech, $105,000 of $25,000. So it's funded. You just have to get it. Palladium Robotech came out 40 years ago. Oh, Tim, I think they had a Kickstarter, did they not? To redo it? I'm pretty sure. Tech Kickstarter. Yeah. By Palladium, right here. Tim, you don't know about this? $1.4 million Kickstarter? Did anybody get this? Updates. The last update was May 7th, 2018. Reward exchange ended. Last weekend, reward exchange, final days, reward exchange. I don't even know what that means. Does that mean you get it back? Out of stock? Decals? I just remember hearing that this was a complete debacle. Am I wrong? I don't know. – Regardless, Savage Worlds Adventure Edition for Robotech. $105,000 of $25,000 goal. Ends in 5 days. Robotech. $105,000 of $25,000 goal. Ends in 5 days. Robotech. $105,000 of $25,000 goal. Ends in 5 days. Robotech. $105,000 of $25,000 goal. Ends in 5 days. Robotech. $105,000 of $25,000 goal. Ends in 5 days. Robotech. $105,000 of $25,000 goal. Ends in 5 days. Robotech. $105,000 of $25,000 goal. Ends in 5 days. Robotech. $105,000 of $25,000 goal. Ends in 5 days. Robotech. $105,000 of $25,000 goal. Ends in 5 days. Robotech. $105,000 of $25,000 goal. Ends in 5 days. Robotech. $105,000 of $25,000 goal. Ends in 5 days. Robotech. $105,0 funded. Next one, Dungeon Degenerates, the expansioning from Goblin Co. Dungeon Degenerates Hand of Doom is the system. $120 plus shipping and handling for all 3 expansions. Project offers 3 boxed sets for Dungeon Degenerates. When you're between campaigns, the Dirty Deeds boxed set offers mini missions to keep the game going. Goblin mode changes up the game, allowing you to play as goblins. Moon Madness involves lunar cultists. Designed for solo and limited play, Dungeon Degenerates brings board game and RPG together. So it's funded $153,000 over $60K. Good for them. D6 is ending. So if you haven't gotten in on this, it's ending. I did not. I think I'm going to pass. It was tempting. But here's the deal. If it's good and it comes out, I'll just go and buy it. Hey, problem solved. Look at that. I might not get a Kickstarter, but some of the stretch goals. But you know what? So what? So for those in the dark, the WEG D6 system, known for the old Star Wars WEG system, as well as Ghostbusters used it. So Gallant Games putting it out, $106,000, a $10K goal. So there you go. 5 days to go. Mythic Shards, backer kit. On backer kit, Scion, Mythic Shards from Onyx Path Publishing. It's the Scion 2nd edition. $25 for the PDF and print-on-demand discount coupon. For Scion fans. Next one, Sweet Revenge from Outrider Creative. Perils and Princesses is the system. Perils and Princesses is one of the best tabletop RPGs to play in 2024, quote, Dicebreaker. Quoted by Dicebreaker. Sweet Revenge is a 120-page campaign for your P&P game. It's gritty and pretty campaign. That's what it's described as. It takes place in a world of fae, candy-cursed monstrosities, witch curses, and mysteries. System rules light OSR combined with Princess Power. $29K of a $3K goal. Bam. African Board Game Convention. Tabletop Gaming Convention, November in Abuja, Nigeria. There you go. So if you're in Nigeria, or maybe in Africa somewhere, and you're making a trip to Nigeria, there you go. So November. I heard it's cooler there in November. So dress appropriately. I have no idea. Good to see, though. 11,000 quid of a 6,300 quid goal. That would be, hey, I didn't go to Gen Con, but you know what? I went to Africa to AbCon. Have you been? No? Oh, that's too bad. So there you go. All of the crowdfunding campaigns, all the stuff. I'll put it, I think I put it in the chat, but if I forgot, I would. Yeah, it would be amazing. Totally amazing. There you go. I think that is all that I have for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Right at 10 after the hour. So not bad, cranking through some stuff. I apologize for not going through the chat as we were moving along, but I got to imagine you guys were discussing amongst yourselves. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Yeah. Time to finally eat your I ate it on the way home. Driving down the road. Nom, nom, nom. Nigerian November. Hey, right? That should be, you should say it like this. And I picture this Victor saying it like this. Nigeria in November. Says 0 today. Woo! What are you, for what game, Eileen? Session 0, man. It's fantastic. All right. I'm going to let everybody go because I'm going to make sure my dad is ready to go and gives me a little breathing time before it's another 2 hours of go. And then later today, Sean's going to probably crash. So go out and play some games, associate with some good people, Don't let the haters hate on you. be a positive force in the tabletop RPG hobby, all the good stuff. And you know what? If you need a break, take a break for yourself. It's all right. You can do that too, right? So I'm going to, I just want to thank all these folks, kind individuals here that have supported me over time with a few shekels each month. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thanks to each and every one of you for showing up today. I appreciate it. Very big crowd, very good crowd. I love it. Some of you I haven't seen in a while. Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. I hope you're all doing really well. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say about that as I let the credits roll, if you will. I know Gamehole Con's event registration's coming up in August. So start combing the event catalog. Start marking your stuff. Thanks, Christian. Like and subscribe. Thank you. Appreciate it. If you haven't already. Yeah. I will let everybody go. Until next week, I stream every Saturday, 8 a.m. Central Time here on this channel. So I will see you next week, hopefully. See ya.